Today is May 21st, 2016. It's about 80 degrees out. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. I think it's time to get some tomatoes in the ground. I'm going to plant two species today. One called Burpee Super Sauce, which makes a very large Roma type tomato. Secondly is Cherokee Purple, my all-time favorite tomato. Heirloom, beautiful, beefsteak, love it. I'm going to be planting them 4 single stem tomatoes this year in the second garden bed back. This is the first year where I've actually, after 3 years of gardening these beds, feel like I don't need to add any kind of organic amendments from like manure or anything like that. I haven't added anything to it because the soil has been worked for 3 years and it's actually really nice. In the fall I put some compost on it, let it rest, put some lime in there, and I haven't done anything since. So if you work your soil, it will reward you because that thing is full of worms and it's awesome and it's very healthy. It's a living soil. Digging it. Not really going to plant anything or put any type of chemical fertilizer in there at this point. Maybe towards the end of the season I'll bump it up, but regardless, it's time to get these things in. Single stake, 8 plants. 8x4 bed. Now the best part about growing your own tomatoes or starting them from seed is you can start them early and get them big like this. So I got them staged up. And we're literally going to plant them probably all the way up to there. That means the base is going to be a foot below the ground. That's so that all these little fibers can root in and take in water and nutrients at a much higher rate. Go to your greenhouse and you'll get these little tiny plants, right? And they're not going to develop a root system like this. Boom. Trimmed up all the way up to the top leaves. Just going to plant the stem. We're about 3 days past transplant. The tomatoes are now taking off, starting to grow again. No more shock. Shock is worn off. They've been accustomed to their environment. So I have come to the executive decision of growing all of my tomatoes this year organically. No chemical fertilizers, no Miracle-Gro, none of that stuff. A lot of compost tea, basically, but no herbicides, fungicides, pesticides. So we're going to need some engineering controls in here because this area is prone to slugs. Lots and lots of slugs. Yes, you can do the crazy stuff with putting beer in little caps and setting it out there and doing all that stuff, but I like better ideas. Toads. That's right, toads. They can eat up to 30,000 insects and slugs a year. That's a lot. So a couple of toads in the garden would probably be good.
What?
Let's build them a house.
We're making a toad house. We're making a toad house.
That's right. In 6-inch pots with a hole cut for an entrance for Mr. Toad. They're being decorated with Sharpies right now because Sharpies won't wash away. Ava and Kylie will each have their own toad house. At each corner of the tomato garden, there will be one. Toad house is in. 2. Let's take a look. Memorial Day coming up this weekend. Well, it's after this weekend. It's on a Monday. But regardless, here in Michigan, we've got a tropical heat wave. It's 80 degrees and very humid. Perfect tomato growing weather. And also perfect habitat for summer toad population. What you see here is Ava's toad garden. More specifically, her house. It's decorated. It says Ava's Toad House. It's got a flower on it. It's pretty sweet. Entry hole is facing to the east. Why is it facing to the east, you ask? Because toads like to feed at night and sleep during the day. During the day, they like it shaded and cool. They like to bury into the soil. And then they come out. As the sun is setting to the east, the entry hole will light up and they will come out and start their feast. It will be amazing. Behind it, you notice some sort of grass, purple buffoon grass, purple dragon grass, some sort of annual grass. It grows pretty tall, 36 to 48 inches tall. It's going to provide a nice backdrop to the tomato garden, but more importantly, additional shade and comfort the toad. You'll also notice that we installed some solar powered lights that'll kick on at night. This will attract mosquitoes. Toads will eat the mosquitoes, and Toad will be happy. You'll also notice that we put in some water, saucer, buried, rocks inside, hold it down to prevent the toad from drowning. Now, can a toad drown? I don't know. But there's engineering controls in place to prevent them from drowning, but they have access to water. We just got to keep them full. This year's 8x4 garden, 8 single stake, single stem tomatoes / Toad Haven. All we have to do is wait for Toad Madness. Alright, so I don't know, how many days do you think it's been since we've done our toad house, Kylie?
I think 6 or 5.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
days
Later. Let's see if we have any activity, okay?
Dad,
What?
somebody's been eating fruit leaves of your tomatoes.
Well, we might have to put a toad house over there then, too.
We might have some caterpillars eating those.
That's true. I'll keep an eye out. Let's look, see, Kyle's ready?
Just very, very slowly.
Yeah, we don't want to scare them.
We got one. We got a toad.
We got a toad, and it only took us about 6 days, didn't it? What a little sweetie. Should we cover him back up?
Yep.
Make sure he's nice and safe.
Instead, we're looking at Ava.
Okay.
I guess the toad saw my little statue and hopped over here.
That is awesome. Okay. Should we check Ava's?
Good thing we got a little toad statue.
Maybe the toad statue helped.
Yes.
Let's see. No toad in there.
Still no toad.
But yours, Miss Kylie, has a toad. How cool.
I guess the toad's like 9 more.
Is that awesome?
Yeah.
Did you have a toad in your toad house?
Uh-huh.
I'll bet you he's going to stay there all summer and eat all the slugs and bugs out of our tomato garden. Alright guys, you're going to have to take my word for it that toad was completely not planted. You give yourself a good habitat for a toad and they will show up. And I agree, it's probably been 5 to 6 days. Good growth, good water, good gardening out there, and Mr. Toad showed up. Be nice if another one shows up in the other one, but we'll see. Guys, good engineering control for insects. Get yourself a toad. Build yourself the right environment. And I'm going to let my little helper give me the official send-off for this video. Tell everyone bye. Thanks, guys.
Yes. Bye.
From Indoor Hydroponics.
From Indoor Hydroponics.
Say thanks for watching from Indoor Hydroponics.
Thanks for watching from Indoor Hydroponics.
Good job. Such a sweetie.